Hello, it's the Art Monarch here, and today we're drawing some abstract shapes. And I like doing this a lot. It's a fun way to practice and just experiment with different shapes on the page, so that's what we're doing here. And I started out stippling, putting a few dots down, and shading some, not a lot, because I was more focused on leaving spaces open because I knew that I wanted to go back and color it in. So there's not a lot of dark areas here. Usually I like to put large areas of black ink. So this doodle here is a hybrid of a few ideas that I had, which were UFOs, ocean creatures, and underwater plants, something like that. And so I kind of melded the three together. In the middle, you'll notice that there is sort of a UFO saucer going on. That's what it looks like to me, at least. And there's a lot of different swirly, curvy bits on the left side and also the right. More almost French fry look. That's the beautiful thing about abstract drawings, is that you can put in whatever you want. If you want French fries, go ahead, add it in. Want to put a jellyfish in there? Sure. Some of these do look like jellyfish tentacles, some kind of ocean creature, but it's mainly just like a coral reef type thing. And you'll notice later that I use some marker with a bit of brush pen, which I haven't used in a while. It's a golden Kuretake brush pen, and it's pretty fun. It's satisfying. And I do have a black one that I could have used, but maybe I'll do something with that later. So I've been thinking, should I make more abstract drawings? Should I actually put them in videos and show them? Or should I just do it in my pastime? And I figured, might as well put them out there, because I like how they look, I enjoy them. But I'll probably only do 2 or maybe 3 videos a week, and the other 4 or 5 videos or whatever are just other drawings, spaceships, cyberpunk stuff. I don't want to overdo it and put just abstract things on this channel. I also want to adventure out there and try new things. But this is a good place to start. This is how I started drawing, is just by putting lines down. Now, I will say, some of these little parts do look like macaroni or pasta. It could be that. I do like pasta. It's pretty tasty. And so there's a lot of different ways to look at these, because they're just basic shapes. You can take these shapes and look at them however you want. What I find fun about making abstract drawings is that people see what they want to see. And that goes with anything in life, really. People look at things in the way that they want them to be. And so these abstract drawings can be looked at in however way you want. You could see different things in them. And oftentimes what I see is completely different than what other people do. So it's an interesting thing. If you see something interesting, tell me down below. What could it be? It could be a tiny microorganism with a bunch of other little tiny organisms and bugs, insects living on this organic material. Maybe that's what I've subconsciously been drawing for all of these years, is tiny little microscopic creatures that you would see under a microscope. And technically, there are little tiny things living on the page of this sketchbook, so really it's a pretty real drawing if you think about it. So these are microscope drawings. That's what I'm going to call them from now on. Abstract microscope doodles. And they're pretty fun, and you should try it. I think everyone should, especially if you're an artist. If you've never drawn like this, I think you should try it out. Just like how I used to just make these types of doodles. I feel like there's not enough people making abstract drawings, or at least on YouTube I see. Of course you have Peter Draws, but there's not many others doing it. And so I feel like the second heir, the next generation of abstract doodlers, maybe. But that's just how it is. That's how I see it. And so we've got to build up an army of abstract doodling people and get it out there to the mainstream and really get things done, okay? The only issue is that most people aren't super interested in abstract drawing, and also it's very time consuming, and most people don't have the attention span, if we're being honest here. So I would suggest, if you don't have a large attention span, well, this is the end of the video here. If you don't have the big attention span, you probably didn't watch this far into it. But what I'm saying is, if you want to improve your attention span, I think doodling is a very good tool. So that's what we've had here today. In the Art Monarch Studio, we're going to get back into robots and mechanics, cyberpunk software, high tech. And before I go, I want to mention that it might seem difficult to make these kinds of drawings, but really it's not. It's actually very easy if you just put in the time and effort and attention. You will get better, and it's only a matter of time. I feel like 95% of the population could do what I'm doing. It's not the hardest thing in the world, and it's fun, so that's why I do it.